Hey everyone, and welcome to my campus services presentation. My name is Tiffany Hartz, and I will be talking to you today about campus services and some departments that you or your student might have questions about before they begin classes in the summer or begin classes in the fall. So I just want to thank Sharon and Chelsea from Parent Family Programs for giving me the platform to be able to talk to you and bring you this information. During these times, these challenging times, I know we so wish we could give these presentations in person. It's much easier to share this information, but it's also so much fun to connect with all of you. And so I hope that you will continue to take advantage of the parent family portal that they've created. It will really enhance your experience and allow us to connect further after this presentation. So I'm going to jump in and explain some of our departments and hopefully answer some questions you may have before your student starts classes this summer. So I'm going to talk about all of these departments in this presentation today. So campus services is a really big division at KSU. We're made up of departments like parking and transportation, university stores, housing and residence life, our dining program, and then the Talon One Service Center. But there are several other departments not listed on this screen that you can also find information about on our campus services website. So I'm going to touch on these departments today because these are the questions you probably have the most right now. So I want to do what I can to answer these questions in this very kind of brief presentation platform, but hopefully with the resources I'm sharing with you today, you will be able to find answers to your other questions if they're not answered here. All right, now I'm going to talk about housing and residence life and kind of answer hopefully any questions that you have about what your student needs to do if they want to live on campus this fall. So unfortunately, we aren't able to host students on campus during the summer, but we're hoping that they're still excited to come live with us this August. So if your student plans to live on campus for the fall, hopefully they have already completed the housing application and they are excited and ready for room selection to begin, which is coming up soon. But if they have not yet filled out that application, they will want to do that as soon as possible. So I've got a few steps on here. These are the steps of the housing application I'm going to talk through really quickly. So the first step is that they need to complete their profile, sign their license agreement, and pay that non-refundable application initiation fee. They need to do this as soon as possible if they haven't yet. If they applied for summer housing but they haven't applied for fall housing, they need to go and make sure they did that. Because I know sometimes it could be confusing on, I applied for housing, but they really only applied for the summer. So please make sure your student has done that. The second step of the housing application was roommate selection, and that's where they get to select who they want to live with for the next year. So that phase has ended now, so that step is concluded. So if your student did not select a roommate, they would just be working as a free agent going through the housing process from this point forward. So during room selection, they would just be choosing a room that they would be able to live in with whoever else also chooses that room. So it's not a bad thing, and sometimes it's great for them to meet someone new if they, previously were going to come to campus with somebody that they knew and wanted to live with. Maybe this will give them a chance to meet some new people while also staying connected with their friends from high school. So in step 3, your student will get a time ticket. It is in the housing portal if they've already applied for housing. So they can check the housing portal and see when their time ticket begins. But those time tickets start as early as April 27th for first year students. So if your student applied in December, as soon as our application opened, they probably have one of those April 27th kind of time tickets. But if they applied later than that, the time tickets start on April 27th and go until the end of May. So we just encourage your student to be checking their email for more information on that application, for more updates on, steps they need to be taking. But that room selection dates are coming up soon. So make sure that your student knows what their time ticket is if they've already applied for housing. Our housing website is a great resource if you have any questions about, what our housing options look like, how much they cost, how to go about applying for housing. We have some step-by-step guides on there. If you want to see our rooms, we have virtual tours of all of our spaces on campus, so you can check those out. But that is a great website for you to go to hopefully answer any questions you have about housing and residence life. So next up, I'm going to talk about parking and transportation. And you may be wondering, how your student's going to go about getting a parking permit. especially if they're starting classes for the summer, but I will put you at ease. Since we don't have summer classes in person, we aren't going to offer summer parking permits, so they won't really need to worry about parking on campus until they get ready for their fall classes. So at KSU, all of our parking permits are done virtually, which means they are tied to your student's license plate and not a sticker or not a decal or a hang tag or anything like that. So we have a lot of different price points with our parking permits, and we have shuttle lots, which are free. So your student could park a little bit away from campus, and then we could have a Big Owl bus bring them to campus. We have economy parking, and we have premium parking options as well. Those are all at different price points. So be checking our parking website for more information on what those cost. Those rates have not yet been approved for this coming year, so we're hoping to get those on the website soon. So just stay tuned on those. But a lot of questions we get is, can my student park on both campuses, or do they have to get 2 parking permits? But your student would be approved to park on both campuses. We have corresponding parking lots. So if your student parks in West parking on the Kennesaw campus, they would park in West parking on the Marietta campus as well. If your student shares cars with you as a family, if they don't have their own personal vehicle, or if they need to borrow your car or a sibling's car, they are able to add up to 5 cars on their account at a time. So this really gives them a lot of freedom, especially, if they are borrowing a car or using a family car to get to campus. They can purchase this parking permit 24 hours after they register for fall classes. So if they're registering for fall classes soon, they will want to go ahead and purchase a fall parking permit whenever they are able to. So just be checking our parking website for more information on how they can do that. If they don't plan to bring a car to campus for the fall, that's okay. We've got some awesome transportation options. So we have the Big Owl bus, which is very popular. And as you can see in the picture, we have a huge fleet of Big Owl buses that are running all the time. The buses run between campuses and all around both campuses to on and off campus housing areas. It's just a great way for students to travel around campus, and the fees associated with the Big Owl bus are covered in their tuition and fees. So they don't have to pay anything to ride. They're paying for that at the beginning of the year. And we have different apps that they can use. We have the Transloc app that they can use to track the Big Owl bus, so they can know, when the next bus is going to be near them, and they can hop on. A lot of different great options for students with the Big Owl bus. We also have Zipcar and Zagster, and those are that Zipcar is a car rental service where they can rent a car if they want. All they need to have is a driver's license, and they need to be 18 years old. And then our Zagster bike share program is really popular on the Marietta campus, and it allows students to rent a bike to ride around campus. The first hour is always free, and then after that, it's only $3. So both of those are paid services that they can use that are on campus and make getting around campus super easy. All right, the next department I'm going to talk about is University Stores, which is our bookstore. So we hope that your student is really preparing for the summer courses they're going to take. They might still need textbooks, they might need school supplies, and we have all of that for them at our bookstore. So even though they'll be shopping online, we still hope you'll take advantage of some of our promotions that we have going on right now. So we are in the middle of our 6 weeks of savings, which is a promotion that we're doing to really encourage people to shop on our website. We are giving free gifts away with any $50 purchase for the next few days. So definitely check that out. We have course materials that your student might need. So again, we have textbooks, but if they are looking to save some money on textbooks, we have used textbook options. They can also rent from us, and they can purchase an ebook option if they would rather do that instead. We have a price comparison tool on our website, so your student can make sure they're getting the best price possible for their textbooks, and your student can use financial aid at our bookstore as well. So we have this special promotion for you guys for this group of parents only. So we hope that you will take advantage of this coupon. It will last through May 31st. So if you're shopping online, not only will you get a free gift with a $50 purchase, but if you use the code SUMMEROWL20, you'll get 25% off one KSU branded gift item or apparel item of your choice. So definitely go and shop around. Either purchase something for you, maybe a KSU KSU mom sweatshirt or a KSU dad hat, but we also have some great stuff that your student will love too. So we're also offering free ground shipping on all purchases right now. Some exclusions may apply to that, but for the most part, we're giving free ground shipping, so you don't even have to worry about paying for shipping. So stock your student up on all of the KSU gear that they might need when they do start classes on campus in the fall, and visit ksustore.kennesaw.edu for more information about these promotions. The next department I'm excited to tell you about is university dining. So we have an awesome dining program here at KSU. If you've ever been on campus for an open house, or if you've ever come to visit, hopefully you've gotten a chance to eat at one of our award-winning dining halls. So we have one of the best ranked dining programs in the nation, and we've received that ranking for the past few years, and we're really proud of it. So we're excited that your student gets the chance to eat on campus when they return in the fall. We don't have any summer meal plans available, unfortunately, because all of our students will be taking online classes. But fall meal plans are available starting the first day of class in the fall. So if your student plans to live on campus, they will automatically receive a residential meal plan. And that cost is in addition to their housing fees. So that's just good information for you to know as a parent. Commuter students aren't required to have a meal plan because they're not living on campus, but we highly encourage them to look into having a meal plan. What we found is that a lot of commuter students will come to campus and they will plan on bringing a lunch, or they will plan on going home for food and coming back to campus. But the reality is that Chick-fil-A just smells too good, or they want to go eat at the Commons with their friends. And so they end up spending a lot of money out of pocket while they're on campus, just because of the convenience and the cost savings of staying on campus. They don't have to, spend the money on groceries if they're just eating on campus instead of going grocery shopping. So we encourage commuters to also look into our dining meal plans as well. We have over 14 restaurants between both campuses. Hopefully you're familiar with a few of them. Exciting news, we do have a Moe's Southwest Grill coming to the Kennesaw campus this fall, so I know all of our students are super excited about that. But between Chick-fil-A and Panda Express and Starbucks and Moe's, there's tons of different options for your student depending on what their preferences are or what they're wanting to eat that day. So we encourage you to check out our meal plan information on our website. Coming soon, we will have a meal plan calculator so you and your student can really calculate exactly how many meals they'll be needing if they're on campus. That's especially helpful for commuter students if you're trying to figure out exactly how many meals you're going to want while you're on campus in the fall. So definitely check out our website. Go to dining.kennesaw.edu to learn more about those meal plan options. All right, the last department I'm going to talk to you about today is the Talon One Service Center. So this is really a great resource for you as a parent or for your student to know about. The Talon One Service Center is located in the Student Center on both campuses, and this is where your student can go to get information on any of the departments that I've talked about today that fall within campus services. So they can also call Talon One, they can email Talon One if they want. So right now the office isn't technically open, but we are still answering the phones and we are still answering emails to students and parents that reach out to us. So this is also where your student will go when they need to replace their Talon card if they lose it. So your student's Talon card is their KSU ID card. That's what we use around campus. That's what they'll use to get into their residence halls if they're living on campus. This is how they will use their meal plans in the dining halls or in on-campus restaurants. This is how they'll be able to print on campus if they plan to print on campus. And this is really how they're going to get into the rec center and get into so many other places on campus. Most student events require them to tap in with their Talon card. So there's just a ton of different reasons why they'll need this card and why it's super duper important. They will get more information to their KSU email address when it is time for them to get their card. So since your student isn't coming to campus for a summer orientation, they won't be able to take a picture and have their card printed for them. So we're going to communicate through their email when it's time for them to start the process to get their card. So just have them look for more information on that, because that information's not quite ready yet. All right, the last slide is kind of a contact information sheet. So I just want to share that Talon One Service Center information with you. So that phone number is 470-578-8663. Again, they are answering the phones right now during Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. But if you can't get through to someone, you can always email talon1@kennesaw.edu, and we will answer your email in the order in which we receive them. We hope you'll follow us on social media and stay in touch with us that way. That's a great way for your student to get information on what's happening on campus and off. And then my contact information is also there as well. So again, my name is Tiffany Hart, and I work in Campus Services Marketing, and that is my email address if you have any questions directly for me. Sharon and Chelsea also do a great job of passing parents to me if there's ever any campus services questions that they can't answer. So definitely stay in touch with Sharon and Chelsea. And if you have any questions that you can't find the answers to on the website, definitely reach out to Sharon, Chelsea, or myself, and I would be happy to help you. Thank you so much for giving me this time today. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your spring semester and are excited for your student to start in the summer. And hopefully we will see you in the fall. Thanks so much.